Aloha! Welcome back to the Anxiety Coaches Podcast. I'm your host and coach, Gina Ryan, and I'm so happy to be with you again today as we consider the many ways to bring your mind and body back to its natural peace and calm. Every week on this show, we explore ways to bring your body and your mind back into calm, to step out of stress mode and into that steadier, more peaceful part of yourself that's always there underneath the noise. And today's episode is inspired by a listener who wrote in with an honest and heartfelt message about something that so many people quietly struggle with: loneliness. I know that many of you are struggling with this because I read your emails, I see your comments. And so I want to thank our listener for having the courage to send such an honest and heartfelt message so that I could share this with you and we could explore this together. Our listener says, "Hi, Gina. I'm a subscriber to the subscriber episodes of your podcast. I find your work and insights to be far and above anything else I've encountered. Thank you. May I selfishly ask about an issue I am facing and any advice you may have to support recovery? I am a 62-year-old single male. My friend circle has diminished, and I am terrified about my ongoing lack of companionship. I have tried several dating apps with no success. I see nothing but happy couples and families around me and worry that I am letting what life I have left pass me by with nothing I can do to fix my situation. I take care of myself. I am trim and fit, but I am undersized at 5 feet 8 inches, which may be more of an attraction deterrent than I realize. I have been married in the past, and I have had some relationships, but I have run into a real wall of aloneness in the last several years. Is it my best bet to simply somehow come to terms and learn to accept that I will likely be alone for my remaining days and try to enjoy my singleness despite the obvious drawbacks? I want to fix my situation, but I have run out of ideas: dating apps, volunteering, classes, etc. And now wake up each morning terrified of another day alone and void of ideas how to break the spell. Thank you for your time." The message was unsigned, so we will refer to him today as our listener. It's such a human letter, isn't it? So heartfelt. And I know many of you listening have felt something similar. So today I want to explore how we can meet that fear of being alone with calm and compassion rather than panic or self-blame. Because it's not just the aloneness that hurts, it's the anxiety about it that can keep us spinning. You know, Carl Jung said, "What you resist persists. What you accept transforms." Loneliness isn't a character flaw or a personal failure. It's a biological and emotional signal in us. It's a bit like our hunger or our thirst, and it tells us that we're longing for connection. When that need isn't met, the nervous system can interpret it as a kind of danger. This is where the anxiety piece can come in, the panic, right? We start to feel on alert, scanning for what's missing, noticing couples holding hands or families all laughing together, and feeling that ache of why not me? Our hearts race, our mind loops, and we feel that familiar tension in the body, a sign that we've shifted into fight or flight mode. And then comes the urge to fix it. The rush out, do something, make it go away, even if it's in our minds that we are thinking of these things. But sometimes that very urge to fix becomes part of the cycle of suffering, and it feeds that anxiety cycle. Because underneath the fixing is fear. And fear keeps our body tense, our energy anxious, and our minds restless. So what if, instead of fixing, we could just begin by allowing? When I responded to this listener in an email, I shared something that I often remind my coaching clients. The desire to fix what's happening can actually increase the stress we're trying to ease. I want to say that again. The desire to fix what's happening can actually increase the stress that we're trying to ease. I know it's counterintuitive, but healing begins when we stop fighting the feeling and start floating through it. Floating doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to being alone forever. No, it means loosening your grip on the struggle, softening the resistance so that your body can move out of the alarm and back toward calm. You might try it like this. When the wave of loneliness or fear begins to arise, pause for a moment. Feel your feet on the ground. Notice the sensations. Maybe there's a heaviness in your chest, a hollow feeling perhaps in your stomach, or that lump in the throat. Notice these things. Then gently breathe and say to yourself, this is just a feeling passing through. I can allow it. This is what we say to ourselves. This is just a feeling passing through. I can allow it. You're not broken for feeling this way at all. You're human, and a human that is actually aware of what you're going through. That's progress. And feelings like waves always move when we stop bracing against them. The practice of acceptance is one of the most healing things that we can offer ourselves. When we allow what is, without judgment, without being hard on ourselves, without pushing it away, something in us begins to relax. That relaxation allows the body to come out of that sympathetic fight or flight state and return to balance. In that calm space, we can hear the quieter, wiser voice inside, the one that says, I'm okay right now. I can breathe right now. I can take the next gentle step. It's from this place of calm that life begins to surprise us again. Because when we're no longer chasing or grasping, we become more open to connection, open to grace, open to new beginnings that might not look the way we expected. Remember, when we are scanning the horizon for that which we are trying to fix or change or get away from, we are not open. We are not seeing new connections, the grace in the world, or new beginnings. We are only focused on what's wrong. I often use the phrase with my clients, faith over fear. And that's not about blind optimism or pretending that everything's fine. Faith in this context is trust, a quiet confidence that life still holds good things for you, even if you can't see them right now. Fear says it's too late, but faith whispers, I'm still becoming. Fear says everyone else has what I want, and faith says my path is unfolding in its own time. This listener wrote, I worry that I am letting what life I have left pass me by. But I want to offer a reframe. Maybe this is not life passing you by. Maybe this is life pausing you for a season of deeper growth, a time to tend to your own heart, to rediscover your own company, and to learn that your worth isn't dependent on who walks beside you, but how gently you walk with yourself. If you're listening and relating to this story, if you too have felt that ache of aloneness, here are a few gentle practices that can help bring your body and mind back to calm. You could begin your mornings with gratitude. Before you get out of bed, think of one small thing that you appreciate. Again, this is moving our mind from scanning the horizon for what we have to fix because of this dangerous situation to what is good in our life. What can I be grateful for? What do I appreciate? Maybe it's the comfort of your pillow. Maybe it's the morning light or the sound of a bird outside. Gratitude helps regulate the nervous system and shifts our focus from lack to presence. Another thing you could do is to offer yourself compassion. When loneliness or fear arises, place your hand on your heart. I know many people think, oh, that's really kind of corny, but it changes things. This is you offering yourself love. Place your hand on your heart and say, may I be kind to myself in this moment. That's all. May I be kind to myself in this moment. This activates the calming parasympathetic part of your nervous system, your body's built-in peace response. You could also work on reducing comparison scanning. Notice when your mind starts to measure your life against others, and gently bring your attention back to what's here now. Your breath, your surroundings, this very moment. Engage in restorative, not just distracting activities. Time in nature, mindful walks, reading something that nourishes your spirit, or volunteering from the heart. These things fill you rather than simply occupy you. And finally, stay open, but not desperate. Connection often flows more easily when we're grounded and peaceful. People sense calm energy. It's inviting. And remember that this work takes time. The nervous system doesn't shift overnight, but with each breath of acceptance, each act of self-kindness, you're retraining your body to live from peace rather than from panic. So to our listener and to all of you who may be feeling the same, please know that you are not alone in your aloneness. This space you're in is not a punishment. It can be a sacred pause. Maybe you didn't ask for it, but you got it. A sacred pause. A season that's asking you to meet yourself again with gentleness and curiosity. Loneliness can feel like emptiness, but sometimes emptiness is simply space being cleared for something new to emerge. So keep the faith. Stay open to life. Let calm and kindness be your companions for now. They have a way of leading you to a beautiful place. Now, if you'd like, take a breath with me. Inhale slowly through your nose. And exhale softly through your mouth or your nose, but the nose will slow it down. And again, inhale calm and exhale tension. And silently repeat these words if they resonate with you. May I be peaceful. May I be kind. May I be open to love in all its forms. May I be peaceful. May I be kind. May I be open to the love in this world in all its forms. You are enough, just as you are in this moment. And the more you rest in that truth, the more your life and your heart begin to expand. If you want to check out another Q&A episode related to being alone, listen to episode 546, Isolation from Fear of Uncertainty. It was another question and answer. I'm telling you, you guys are not alone out there. And I'll put that link in the show notes for you. Thank you so much for listening today. If this episode spoke to you, take a moment to share it with someone who might need a reminder that they are not alone. You can find more episodes and the subscriber-only content at the Anxiety Coaches podcast. And if you'd like more personal support, you can always schedule a one-on-one coaching session with me at ginaryan.as.me. That's ginaryan.as.me. Until next time, keep breathing, keep softening, and keep choosing faith over fear. And now for today's quote. Have patience with everything unresolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves. And that's from Rainer Maria Rilke. I'll be back in a few more days with another podcast. Until then, be well and aloha.